like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. They got it with a ship for Beezy. They got it with a ship for Beezy. They like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. Kellz, we on. P-Top, we on. The Antoine spot. Broadcast.
Happy Friday! End of the work week. Time to relax. Time for everybody to get the weekend started. And what way to get that going by tuning in to this episode of the Antoine Spivey podcast show live on the Diva Spivey Media Network. Also on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel for more content like you're about to receive tonight. I'm your host, Spivey. And y'all see who I got with me, Kellz the Truth, a.k.a. for the time being, no playoff making Kellz. What's good, homie?
Hey, you just gonna keep that going, huh? Until I make the playoff. I'm gonna have to set you up. So therefore,
right, you're gonna have to shut me up.
I'm gonna have to set you up. You're gonna be like, shut up, Twine. Spivey.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Y'all know what it is. It's Friday. With that being said, on today's episode, we got Friday's game, pick one, sip one, sports, basketball, movie edition. We got a couple of bonus ones for football, but it's basketball, movie edition. We also going to talk about the stunner last night. I ain't talking about Stone Cold stunning nobody. I'm talking about the Pacers stunning OKC in game one off of that boy Tyrese Hailburton game-winning jumper. We got Kellz, all-time top 5 NBA playoff game-winning shots. Can't wait to hear this one. Can't wait to hear this list. And also, we got Rodgers signing a one-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to touch on that and more. With that being said, Kellz, you ready?
Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
We're going to start it off by unwinding. It's the weekend. So what better way to start? Let's kick it off ASAP with the Friday's Pick One, Sip One basketball movie edition. Y'all know how I go. Kellz will know the movie that I the movies that I picked this week. So we're going to see how Kellz do this. Y'all know Kellz like to slither his way out of enjoying the weekend per se. But we about to get this started, man. With the movie edition. Hold on real quick. Let me try to get a little
the theme music going on, jumping off
on
a Good Friday.
On the Good Friday, right. Let's see how this go. Yeah, we gonna hit it with that. Yeah, you can hear that, Kellz?
Yeah, it sounds like we pump rockers. Yeah! Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
We listen to all genres. But with that being said, we got the movie edition basketball. We gonna start this off with Space Jam 1 versus Space Jam Legacy. Jordan, Coach James, which one you like better? Which one you think is better?
Space Jam 1.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the original one.
Oh my God.
And
I knew it.
And I just grew up watching, Mike in there, the little bunny, you know what I'm saying? But Sports Jam 1. I'm sorry. I love LeBron.
Space Jam,
but Mike got him on this one.
Goodness, man. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm gonna go with the Space Jam Legacy, man. Space Jam 1 was cool. Anything Bron sprinkled his little fingers on is gonna always be better than anything Michael Jordan do. Flat out. Call me biased, call me what you want to. But I'm gonna go with Space Jam Legacy over the original Space Jam.
Okay.
So now this is gonna be the tough one. Because I wanted to do it was in Space Jam 1, we're gonna keep going down, but you know what? For the sake of you, I'm gonna be nice today. Since I've been told I be mean a lot, so I be coming real. I'm gonna be nice today. We gonna go ahead and let it be Space Jams 1.
Okay.
Now, Space Jams like Mike.
Space Jam like Mike?
Space Jams or like Mike. Bow wow.
Oh.
Bow wow.
Oh, that was a good one too. I like, but I would have to go with like Mike. I like to like Mike more than Space Jam.
This dude said he picked Space Jam 1 over Space Jam Legacy. Then turned on and picked like Mike over Space Jam. Wow. Wow.
Because Bow Wow, that's everybody's dream to get some shoes to make you hoop. He was only 4'9".
Really?
That's everybody's dream to go to the NBA.
Really? That's the best you come up with? What's up, Jew?
What up, Jew?
Really? Wow. Okay. Like Mike versus Hoosiers.
Man, Hughes is a classic, so I gotta go with Hughes.
I agree too. I'm gonna go with Hughes. Like you said, it's a classic.
Classic.
Based off the Indiana basketball team, college basketball team, and the Hoosiers. Right. And boy, I can't get his name out, man. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman being the coach, so that was a great movie. I like that movie. Okay.
I'm training Bobby Knight.
Indiana Hoosiers. I said Indiana Hoosiers. The Hoosiers versus Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. Just because of Sayana Lathan. I don't give a damn. And I like Omar Else too, so.
Based off of Nia Lathan, you got to give it to her, right?
Yeah, right. Got to give it to her. Fine.
Love and Basketball, it is.
Love and Basketball.
I mean, the whole
scene was good because
the whole movie itself was good, man. I like how they from beginning to the end.
I'll pay you for your clothes.
Ooh. Love and Basketball or Butter Rim?
Ooh. Tupac and
You got more or less above the rim, the thug gangster.
Yeah, you got
the criminal, the violent basketball, but with a positive, message.
Right.
As well.
And then the living legend still trying to play, I drink to that one. That was kind of hard.
So you drink to that one?
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, I like both of them too. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink to that one too.
Ugh.
All right. So Love and Basketball, gonna keep it going. Love and Basketball, Celtic Pride.
Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball.
I hate Boston.
Oh my goodness, man! Here you go.
Anything with Celtic.
You know what? I like Celtic Pride, man. That was a great movie, great basketball movie, of course, based on the Boston Celtics. But I'm gonna have to go with Love and Basketball too. I agree with that. Love and Basketball, Uncle Drew.
If we were going pure on basketball, I still have to take Love and Basketball. Uncle Drew was good, but Uncle Drew was like a fictional character type of basketball. An old man getting out there hooping like that.
It's a basketball movie. It's a movie. We ain't saying
it's
not movie. We just said movies.
But it's a movie. But I'm going with Love and Basketball. Better storyline.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Uncle Drew too. The whole, getting the game back together, head back to the Rutgers, winning that championship. Something they should have did back in the days. But a little turmoil came between the whole friendship of Drew and the character Shaq was playing.
Right.
Like you said, Love and Basketball still got that storyline.
Right.
From childhood to college to adult, end up getting together. Great movie. This might be one of your favorites. Love and Basketball, Coach Carter.
See, I love Coach Carter because it was about a coach that was disciplined, and he got a team that was not that good and made them win. Even though they lost the championship game, they got to where they never been with. So that one, I had to drink to that one because I like both of them.
Yeah, I like both of them too. We can definitely drink to that one. I like both of them. You know what I'm saying? Both of them ended with great storylines within the characters. You had the one guy on Coach Carter that was going through his little personal situations. Had a friend end up dying, leaving the team, coming back on the team, needing that father figure. And what he received in the coach. And again, we keep explaining about Love and Basketball and how all that went. So that's a definitely hard one. I'm gonna go. Yeah, we both go Love and Basketball. No, we drank. My bad.
We drank. We took a sip.
This is a good one. Loving Basketball. Right now, Loving Basketball doing his thing. I think it could change on this one.
See, I was gonna say
Loving Basketball, Cornbread, Earl, and Me. Man, give me Cornbread, Earl, and Me. I'm just going with give me Cornbread, Earl, and Me. Cornbread. Give me Cornbread.
I'm going with Loving Basketball for me, man.
You want Loving Basketball still?
Yeah.
Wow. You just like Sanaa Lathan, ain't it?
That's the Trump. That's right. The Trump of everything.
Cornbread, Earl, and Me. Loving Basketball, Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams is good too.
Hoop Dreams was a good movie.
It was a great movie, but see all these the great movies. I gotta drink to it because I gotta keep Loving Basketball up there, man.
Kellz always finding a way to manipulate the system. You always finding a way, but I can't knock it. Loving Basketball, He Got Game.
Oh, Jesus, Shuttleworth with Denzel in it. Oh, that's another one. But I gotta get this is about to be the first time I ever. Oh,
you going with He Got Game? He got
game.
Okay.
I liked it because how Jesus Shuttleworth came at his dad and his dad came back. You know how he did all that. But yeah, I gotta go with He Got Game.
He Got Game. Yeah. I agree. I'm gonna go with He Got Game too.
That was hard.
I'm being biased doing it just to get Loving Basketball a break. You probably would have picked that the whole doggone show.
Yeah, because it hurt.
Yeah, because I can't knock you. Loving Basketball, White Man Can't Jump.
Ooh, White Man Can't Jump was a good movie. Showing that white man can't really jump, even though he was jumping off the trampoline.
Rosie.
That movie was about hustling. He got hustled, came back, he lost his girl. His girl went on to win Jeopardy. I know he was mad, but
man, I'm going with White Man Can't Jump with this one. No disrespect to Loving Basketball.
I'm leaning to White Man Can't Jump neither, though, for real. Because I can watch that over and over again. Just
where do you think I got to? We going ceaseless. We going ceaseless.
Yeah.
We going ceaseless.
Right. I see.
Now, I got about 5 bonus ones. These are football ones.
Okay.
5 bonus ones for football. The Program.
Ooh.
Any Given Sunday.
Ooh, they both was corrupt.
Yeah. Florida State. That was based off the Florida State Seminoles, right? The Program. Somewhat.
And even again, I'm going with the Program. The Program was hard.
Ooh, I like the Program, but I'm gonna have to go with Any Given Sunday. That's
with Michael Beeman.
Yeah, Willie Beeman.
Beeman.
You know.
Yeah, Al Pacino. They had a good.
Yeah. LL Cool J, Cameron Diaz.
They had a great show of actors. You know what I'm saying?
Lawrence Taylor, LT.
Right. They had him down right because he was on drugs and then.
Great movie. Remember the Titans versus Rudy.
Rudy is a good, heartfelt story.
It is.
But I'm going with Remember the Titans.
Gotta go Remember the Titans. I like Rudy too. The heart he had.
Right.
You know, get on the football team. Didn't take no for an answer. Didn't take no crap from none of the players. He went out there, did what he did. The littles got on the field. But that Remember the Titans, man, like the whole story behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's powerful.
Bringing the segregation together for his teammates and just the people in general. You know, so I'm always down for movies like that. Another good one, Blindside versus The Express.
You know, they say Blindside was based on a true story.
So was The Express. The Express is based off the Ernie Davis story.
Right. Oh yeah, with the Browns running back. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Brown.
But it came back that Michael Orr said that Sandra Bullock playing his mind wasn't like that. So I'm going with the Express.
Regardless if she wasn't like that or not, I was gonna take the Express regardless. I love the Express. I can watch that movie 2 times a day.
Ernie Davis was a beast too. People didn't realize that neither.
You know, saying health situations took over, stopped him from playing the game of football, a game that he loved to play. Look at what he was going through. You know how it was back. You know how it was back there, as far as the races, the race and all that. You know, whites, blacks, and certain areas you couldn't go in to play football games, like you seen in the movie itself.
Right.
Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like any of them down south schools. So I like the I'll take the Express as well.
Him and Jim Brown gonna be woo.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. In the backfield together?
Hey, Jim Brown was a beast and he was going early. Yeah, that'd have been some. Would have won 20 championships.
Man, the longest yard versus the freshman. And I'm talking about the longest yard
with Adam Sandler. With
Adam Sandler and Nelly and Terry Crews.
Oh, the longest yard for me. That shit was funny.
That was definitely funny, man. That cheeseburger.
Hey, you hit him in his McNugget. Oh, you got his McNuggets.
I like the longest yard. Last one. Varsity Blues versus Draft Day. You got Bud Kilmer. You got Sonny.
Right.
And Bud Kilmer was a grimy, no good ass damn coach. And, and Sonny, he was that aggressive GM, didn't care, he wanted to do it how he wanted to do it, step out of his daddy's shadows and still end up getting what he want in the long run and then some at the end of the movie. So I'm gonna go with Draft Day. I'm gonna take
Draft Day because it's based on the Cleveland Browns. So hey.
Yeah, that too. Too. Hey, that was up, man. Let me know how y'all think of this game. This week's Friday Pick One Sip One Sports Basketball / bonus football movie edition. Kellz, you finally damn, that's tearing you up, huh?
Man.
You finally got us drinking one, man. Good thing.
Now this is kind of a tough one, but I could have went all the way with loving basketball, but
that's been some bias crap. Now we loosed up, feeling good, got the drinks and everything in the system. Friday night, enjoying ourselves. Hope y'all enjoy yourself as well with this episode so far. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Antoine Spivey Podcast Show. Also keep watching the Deepest Spivey Media Network. We appreciate y'all as always. Now, last night we had a stunner in OKC.
I told you.
The Pacers, the 48-minute playing Pacers, come back again. Tyrese Hailburton game-winning shot. Talk to me, Kellz. I know you got a lot to say.
In the beginning, when you made that little rant, I take all the, I don't give a fuck, the starters, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's pick this. The starters for Indiana scored 72 points, right? Mm-hmm. The starters for OKC scored 82, right? Mm-hmm. All right, guess what? Remember when I said that OKC bitch had to play well? They only scored 28 points, and Indiana bitch scored 39. And that's with Indiana having 24 turnovers this game. So with that said, OKC bitch, once again, going to have to maintain their lead or increase their lead. Anything that Indiana get close to, around 8 or 9 points, leading into the fourth quarter, they have a chance to win. And also, you have to stop Indiana from making at least less than 17 threes. They made 18 and they won. So OKC got some planning to do. They either got to stop their 3-point shooting. The bench got to play well. And Chet got to, where was Chet last night? Where was Chet? Chet wasn't nowhere to see. Miles Turner is a good defensive player over there going against Chet. But they're gonna have to stop. They're gonna have to stop Indiana from for scoring because those boys do not stop.
Man,
Over Toppin with 17 points.
That Obi Toppin, like, again, let me listen, man.
And that with 24 turnovers. Remember that. That's the key.
Listen, you're right. 24 turnovers. Jay Will shot horrible from 3-point land, only making one attempt out of his 5-6 that he shot. Chet Holmgren only took 9 shots, 2 for 9 from the field, 6.6 rebounds. Lou Dort had a good game to me. He had a good game.
He has some key shots too.
5 for 9 for 3-point land, 15 points. Casey Wallace had an off game shooting. Caruso played well. Was in foul trouble, ended with 11 points, 6 rebounds. Jay Will, the other Jay Will, who got action throughout the whole playoffs, didn't get in this game. Wasn't expecting that. The other Williams only got 1 minute, way below his average of what he get for the regular season. It's game 1. I'm not so much worried about. We saying this same thing. Game 1 against the Nuggets. They didn't play well offensively, meaning the OKC Thunder. I do believe they're gonna make adjustments. I won't be surprised if they come out and win game 2 by 20 plus. 20 to 20 plus points.
That means they made a hell of adjustments.
I mean, if you look at the game yesterday, it was up by 20. What I tell you, I just think teams that played the Indiana Pacers, not even so much the Pacers, but teams period, when you get up by X amount of points going to the fourth quarter, you can't get lackadaisical. You can't take a foot off the gas. And that's what OKC did. And it came back to bite them.
Well, they better learn.
One thing I do like was Rick Carlisle not calling that timeout when SGA took that shot was fouled. But nevertheless, I don't like to put the game in the ref's hands. You go out there, you make the play that you need to make at that time. And he didn't, whether he was fouled or not. Indiana did call the timeout not to allow OKC defense to set up, which was a smart call by Rick Carlisle, which to my understanding, during the timeout previous that he told the team, if they miss it, we're not calling no timeout. It is what it is. So that was big, but it was a stunner. It was it's funny because I agree with a lot with Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? But he did say if the Pacers want to have any chance of competing in this series or winning the game or two, it'll have to be game 1 because they definitely not winning game 2, which I agree. This series going back to Indiana, tied at 1. Indiana did what they had to do with it. Was still at home court, but I'm.
Well, yeah, but if they don't start playing well, the offense have to hit their shots. I don't understand why Chet Holmgren or any one of them was not shooting the ball well. That's because of Miles Turner defense. Also, Indiana can't turn over the ball as much as they did this game in game 2, or it will be a blowout. But with that, I think that Indiana might come out and win again if they play well. If they play well, Indiana might come out and win and keep it going like they are 6-0 in games on the road. The first 2 games they have won in the first 3 series. So I feel if they win game 2, OKC gonna have some problems. But other than that, it was a great game, a nice situation that happened. I would like to know, how do y'all feel about the game? If y'all want to comment, let me know how y'all feel about it. Other than that, Rick Carlisle did a great job coaching, and Mark Down, the coach of OKC, going to have to make adjustments. He's going to have to make adjustments because with 24 turnovers,
my bad, folks. I don't know what happened. Things just jumped off. I'm like, what the heck?
Hey, man. I tried my best to keep it going.
Look, I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, oh my goodness. Sorry about that, viewers, listeners. Sorry about that.
Hey,
I don't know what happened. It do look like it's kind of raining out here. You know, I hate the fact that when it do rain out this way, man, it messes with connection. But we back. I'm sorry, but
I was still on.
Yeah, you was. I wasn't.
I know, and you should have, man. I think I held it up. I think I held it up good.
Hey, well, that's what's up there. Hey,
I kept on talking. I ain't set up. So
hey, that's what's up. But get back to what I was saying. I'm not too worried. We seen this again with OKC in different game one. I think OKC is going to bounce back, win game two, take it back to Indiana 1-1. The Pacers did what they're supposed to do. They took game one, took home court advantage from the OKC Thunder, the best team in the NBA all season long. But I don't see Obi Toppin shooting the lights out like that again, like he did in game one against this defense. This game one, fill out game, not too much worried about. I still got OKC in 6.
So you got to win in Sunday.
I got OKC winning in 6.
And then winning what? One in Indiana?
Yep.
Okay.
I think OKC gonna win game 2. They gonna win game 3. They gonna win game 2. Indiana go bounce back, win game 3. That's gonna tie it up at 2. OKC gonna win the last 2 games. They gonna win game 4 in OKC and then game 5 in Indiana.
You know what Indiana did that most teams did do to OKC, and I kind of peeped it out. They let Shea do whatever he wanted, and they kept on lock on the other.
But Shea been doing that. Thought all the teams in the playoffs in the Western Conference been trying to do that. Jay Will still had. He still got. Hey, you a big man on this. He still reached his average.
Oh yeah,
probably a little bit more. He still had his 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Again, I think what happened with OKC was besides Lou Dort, everybody else shot horrible from 3-point land. 1 of 4 from Caruso. Isaiah Joe was 1 for 1. 0 for 3 for Casey Wallace. Lou Dort was the only consistent one. Shea was what? 3 of 7, 3 of 8.
But Shea took how many shots? Shea took what?
30.
Oh shit! But to get 38 points, that's a lot of shots. So he wasn't efficient enough. Also,
no, he was 14 to 30, but he went to the free throw line a lot too. He got fouled a lot too.
Right.
He got fouled a lot. So again, I'm not too worried about that. I think
they shot 39 for 98.
I think
98 shots.
OKC gonna bounce back, man. I still got them winning in 6, but nevertheless,
okay.
Tyrese Hailburton stunned him again. And speaking of him, it was a lot of chatter about Tyrese Hailburton. You know what I'm saying? Especially going to this playoffs after the Milwaukee series. He's been called, you said it. It's just been called overrated. The boy been balling.
Right. Hey.
He said, don't call me overrated no more. Do Tyrese Hailburton need to continue to keep playing the way he did in game 1 in order for Indiana to steal this series and steal this championship?
Well, I need him to do a little bit more scoring. He only had 14 points, but he still was good off the ball. And that
Lou Dort effect.
But that was interesting because they had Nembhard bringing up the ball and not Hailburton. So if they're going to continue, or if they're going to stay the course, is Dort going to be able to keep up with Hailburton running up and down that court? Because they're going to need Dort to shoot. I think
he did a great job in game 1. Again, it just came down to,
but
we talked about the difference makers on Wednesday's show. We talked about who's going to be the big difference makers, or was it Monday's show?
It was Monday's show.
Monday's show going to the series. I think the biggest difference maker of them all might come down to the coaches.
Oh yeah,
Rick Carlisle and I can't even pronounce the OKC coach. I'm not going to try. But Mike, coach, call him Keith. I'm just call him coach. But that timeout not being called last night from Indiana really showed, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew they would have had a harder chance of scoring if they allowed OKC to set their defense up, which is a good coaching call by Rick Carlisle. But nevertheless, Hailburton did it again 4 times. Each round of the playoffs, game-winning shot. Can he do it again? Will it come out to that situation in game 2? But nevertheless, the Pacers stunned the Thunder, taking game 1 to lead the series 1-0. Game 2 Sunday back in OKC. which I'm expecting the Thunder to tie that series up at 1-1. And
if it's close, hey, if that game close, I'm going with Indiana.
you gonna say if that game is close, you're going with Indiana. It's been a little leakage. I don't know how true it is, but the NBA script could. I just seen another one today where it said the OKC Thunder was bouncing back to win the game too. and I was saying if I'm gonna post up the final score the day of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if this happens, then you know something is crazy. You know.
Yeah, because that's like the third script that came out this week. You know, the first one was New York against Indiana. And then now, okay, my thing is, who is getting this script? I want to know how they getting this script. If this is true, how is they getting this script from the NBA, throwing them out there? So,
man, listen.
Man, if that's true, if Indiana lose and OKC win by the score, whatever the script is, then yeah, I'm gonna call the NBA myself. Hey, what y'all doing?
It's a crazy situation, but nevertheless, we go see. OKC, let's go game 2, man. But you know, 2 small market city teams, so it's a win-win for the NBA. Kellz,
What up?
your boy hit the game-winning shot last night. He done got 4 in the playoffs, 1 in each round. With that being said, the floor is yours. I'm gonna give you the time to tell us. And I can't wait to hear this. Bear with me, people. Bear with this. Kellz all-time top 5 NBA playoff game winning shots. Floor is yours, my brother.
Number 5 was the Kawhi Leonard versus the 76er game. I called it to put him in the Eastern Conference Final. The lucky bounce. The lucky bounce game when he shot that ball and it bounced up in the air and it was sat on the rim for a minute and went down.
They went on to win a championship that year too.
Yeah, so that was the lucky bounce. And somebody else had one of them bounces too in Indiana too. So it gonna be deja vu again, or what gonna be?
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Michael Jordan and the Cavs, the shot. You know, that's something personal to me. I think that's the start of Michael Jordan's career, to becoming a clutch player. And when he hit the shot, you know, Mike was good, but Mike was known for being clutch until he hit that shot over Craig Elo. That's my number 4. I call this one the tap back. Robert Horry beat the Spurs when Tim Duncan tapped it back and Robert Horry hit it from the top of the key. The tap back.
That's where he got the name Big Shot Bob. Robert Horry.
That's number 3 to me.
A lot of big shots.
See, number 2 was LBJ against the Bulls when he told Devin Black, like, man, I'm not taking the ball out. And he won the game. He made the play up and won the game and shot it. That was number 2 for me. And the number 1 of my personal all-time was when I called it Dame Time by PG-13. The shot that he hit deep to send OKC Thunder out.
So we got the Dame shot number 1.
LBJ beating the Bulls.
That Dame shot was incredible. He had a great defender, Paul George, on him. And people got to understand the
difficulty of
that shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a step back.
It was a step back, but it had to be the right step back in the right direction to get Paul George off balance. You know what I'm saying? To not be able to contest it how he wants to have a better effect on the shot that Dame Lillard hit to send OKC home. So that was a good one. Your number 2 was
LBJ against the Bulls. We told Devin Black, I'm not taking the. I could have got either one.
If you put an you said who?
I could have got the LeBron Toronto Raptors game when he. See,
the only thing about Toronto, man, he did that every year to them, man. Every year.
That's why I picked the Bulls because of that.
So you don't think the LeBron shot, speaking of LeBron shots, against the Orlando Magic one bigger than the one against the Bulls?
No, the reason why I said that because if LeBron didn't hit that shot, we was going down 0-2. And he tied that game. He tied the series up.
You ain't even had one of the biggest shots in NBA playoff/finals history. You ain't had a Kyrie Irving shot up there?
No, because that was to go up. That was to go up. I was gonna put that on there.
So it was.
I forget, was that to tie the game or to go up? That's 1A. That's 1A.
That's 1A. Then you had number 3.
Robert Horry, big shot Rob on the top of the key after the top back against the Spurs. And
you said against the Spurs?
Yeah, you know when they tapped it back and he caught he shot the ball for the top of the key. That one.
That was against Sacramento, wasn't it?
No, that was against the Spurs.
You sure? Because he had one.
I watched it.
He had one when Kobe drove in the lane against Sacramento. Kobe drove in the lane, missed it, and the ball got tapped back out to him somewhat close to the top of the key. Yeah, it was Sacramento. That was Sacramento.
That was my bad. If it was Sacramento.
That was Sacramento. You also had,
I said, damn, I must be buzzing too much.
What about the would you count? No, I couldn't count that because that wasn't really.
What?
Well, that was part of the game winner. Reggie Miller, 9 points in what, 6 seconds, 9 seconds.
Oh, you talking about the choke?
The choke, and he hit the game. Yeah, against the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, they went on and lost that series, didn't they?
I don't think they won that series. The Ray Allen 3 in the finals against
Miami.
Against
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Boy.
Like
no, I think that Robert Horry was more significant though. I think the Ray Allen was good too because that prevented Boston to beating them because that would have been the end of the Heat.
No, I'm talking about the shot in the finals. Ray Allen that he hit against San Antonio when in Miami, when he was in Miami. When all the
step back, right?
When all the fans was leaving. No, all the fans was leaving. LeBron took a shot, missed it. Chris Bosh got the rebound, kicked it out to Ray Allen in the corner.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that was significant though. But I forgot about that one. But that was good too.
The Michael Jordan shot against the Cavs. That's definitely top 5. The way, and I hate to be doing this, man. I'm an LBJ fan. No knock to Jordan. Say he the second greatest to ever play the game behind GOAT James. But the way he shot it, the hang time he had, free throw line, and right. Craig Elo, which people got to understand, Craig Elo wasn't a bad defender back then either.
Oh, he was one of the best defenders.
He wasn't a bad defender. And Jordan took that shot and he hit it. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely top 5 to me. So out of your whole list, I agree with the Jordan shot against the Cavs. I'll put that up there. The Robert Horry shot against Sacramento, I would definitely what's going on, Big Will? I definitely will put that top 5. The Robert Horry shot against the Kings. You had who was your number 1?
Dame against OKC.
Dame against OKC. I will replace that Dame against OKC shot with Kyrie Irving against Golden State because it was in the finals, Game 7.
Right.
The Cavs ended up winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? Because of that game-winning shot. Although some may say, well, LeBron did hit a free throw at the end after getting fouled, but that was the game when because Golden State never scored after that. They didn't score. So I consider the game-winning shot. So I'll probably replace Dame shot with the Kyrie Irving shot. I will replace the LeBron against the Bulls. Well, that's a good one because it was. If we didn't win that game, we would have went down 0-2. But it was just something about that Orlando shot. Even though we went on to lose that series,
we lost that series 4-2 too. Didn't we?
4-2, yeah. That. See, That was that series to where I felt like the Cavs had to pick and choose their poison. Let the Dwight Howard go the fuck off and shut down everybody else. But they was like the Golden State Warriors to shoot threes before the Golden State Warriors, before the Splash Brothers came about. Right. You had Turkoglu, Ray from Austin, Michael Petris, Rashard Lewis. You had shooters on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would just let Dwight do what he did.
I would let Dwight do what he did and stop the others.
And stop the others. So I would have definitely did that.
That was a good shot though. That was a good shot though. The LeBron top of the key when he shot over
Kyrie, Robert Horry, Jordan, Larry Johnson.
I forgot about the Larry Johnson four-point play. That was in the playoffs. Even
you could take out over that. I mean, I like Larry Johnson. I like that, but I'm more just like significant of the time of the shot, the importance of part of the game. You could say I would put Jordan's shot over the Larry Johnson four-point play, the one against Utah, where he did get called for that push-off. I would have put that up there. Or even the John Paxson one. That Paxson hit against, who was that, Phoenix?
Phoenix, right.
Phoenix. I'll put that up there.
Why is it like every game winner is either on an elbow or the top of the key?
Robert Horry was famous for the top of the key ones though, for real.
Oh, that was his shot. That was his shot. They always go to their sweet spot when the game is on the line.
Yeah, Robert Horry.
That's why he got his name, Big Shot
Bob. Big Shot Bob. I know this ain't like a one shot thing, but LeBron scoring 29 straight.
Oh, against on the Pistons, I thought about that too. Then I was like, no. And also his block shot, which caused Kyrie to hit the game-winning shot.
I mean, if we gonna go there, you might as well say the defense that Kevin Love played on Steph Curry.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of, but the game-winning shots, I think my 5 was okay.
So it was cool. I would have took out part again. I would have subbed the
I don't know, that Dame shot was
big shot. But I'm still gonna replace that with the Kyrie Irving game with a shot in Game 7 of the NBA Finals to get the Cavs their first championship.
That was the first title.
First title in Cavaliers team history. And then I will also replace who I say the Jordan over the Cavs shot that could definitely stay in.
You said a Robert Horry
shot could definitely stay in over Sacramento.
What about the Kawhi?
The Kawhi, that was Game 7 too, wasn't it?
Yup.
Game 7 against Philly. Philly was favorite, if I'm not mistaken, to win that series.
Philly was favored to win that series.
Yeah. So I will keep the Kawhi shot in there. I will keep the Kawhi shot in there.
So you saying 2 out of 3, 2 out of 5? I mean 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a passing grade. I'm cool.
Yeah, that's a good list. That's a good list. Because sometimes you got to stop going off your own personal feelings, man. But
you already know how I am.
Great list. Not mad at the list at all. The boy Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod, the diva himself, signs a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now he's in the AFC North. How significant do you think this will make the Steelers? How good would this make the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Are we getting the A-Rod that's first started with the Jets in the beginning of the season, or are they getting the A-Rod that ended the season on a high note, which was throwing the ball really well, coming off that Achilles heel? What it's going to do is going to give Mike Tomlin another winning season, another season that they go claim like, oh yeah, he's the winningest coach of Pittsburgh Steelers history.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, he 10-8 or 10-7. Oh, okay, wow. He didn't win the division. He gonna get played on. He gonna get thrown out the first round.
I think you got this vendetta against Mike Tomlin because of how we judge you. And then
exactly
you think you're doing the same thing as Mike Tomlin, and you're not.
Exactly. No,
you are nowhere. No,
I have winning seasons.
take yourself out the no. Take
I
yourself
have
out
winning
the
season, and I do exactly what Mike Tomlin do. Don't win the big games and be one playoffs out. I can admit that. But no, on a serious note, this will help. This will help Pittsburgh, because finally Pittsburgh got a nice quarterback who can throw to DK Metcalf. Now the other wide receiver, I do not know who's gonna be. I mean, they brought in Robert Woods, but they traded George Pickens, but they also drafted Caleb Johnson. So Arthur Smith is known to run the ball, and also Aaron Rodgers do like to throw to the tight end. So Pat Freiermuth might have a good year this year, and A-Rod don't have to really do too much with Pittsburgh, because you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna lean on their defense. So this is gonna be an upgrade for Pittsburgh. Another 10-7 season, and a possibly not a playoff or no playoff win.
I can tell you this much: Aaron Rodgers better get ready to lace up them boots, because you come into a division where we got hitters on the defensive side of the football.
Oh yeah,
whether it's from Cleveland, or Baltimore, Cincinnati. If they could somewhat fix this whole situation and fix in-house with Trey Hendricks, excuse me, Aaron Rodgers, Myles Garrett, what?
Oh, that's two against Myles Garrett right there.
What? And then we got to see what Pittsburgh do. This whole situation with T.J. Watt, you know what I'm saying? He's looking for an extension. From what I'm hearing, he's not giving a hometown discount. The boy won his bag. The boy won his bread, which he deserved. Every dime that he asked for. You see the job that he has been doing in Pittsburgh since being drafted there, and especially over the last
3 years, I say.
5 years.
Yeah.
5, you know what I'm saying, years. Him and Myles Garrett, we always go into the season every year. Which one of them go get it? Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Although we had some people that played well last year, Hendricks ended up getting it, I believe, far as sacks-wise.
Yeah, he got 7. I think Hendricks had
17 or 18 of them.
Myles got hurt. Myles got hurt, but Myles still ended up with 14 sacks, and he got hurt. His shoulder was broken up.
Yeah, you made an interesting point. We all know Arthur Smith liked to run the football. As an offensive coordinator for the Steelers, they drafted Caleb Johnson to pair up with Jalen Warren. They let go Najee Harris, who's now in San Diego. Bring in Aaron Rodgers. Do you think they want Aaron Rodgers to be the Aaron Rodgers that everybody is hoping to see, the MVP Aaron Rodgers with them days is over with, or he just need Aaron Rodgers to do somewhat, as you pointed out, how he ended with the Jets? He played decent. I'm not gonna say he played horrible. What do you think they're really looking to get out of Aaron Rodgers with this signing to make the Pittsburgh Steelers be that formidable team in the NFC North?
I think they're looking for him to be a better version of Russell Wilson, with more touchdown passes, with more efficiency down the field, with more play action pass, because you're not gonna run A-Rod. What you're gonna do is you're gonna set them up with short type of passes, play action passes, go deep with DK Metcalf. They're gonna link. Arthur Smith is a running coach, so they're gonna lean on Caleb Johnson more. I think Caleb Johnson gonna be more of the power back, and like Najee Harris was, and Jalen Warren gonna be the scat back who catch out the backfield, but Caleb Johnson can't catch the ball at all. So, and then they also got Cordell Patterson in the fold, so he gonna have some type of role. They offensive line is questionable, so I think they're gonna look at Aaron Rodgers to get the ball out quick, which he's one of the quickest passers in the NFL.
Facts.
So he really don't hold on the ball too much. So Jalen Warren gonna be able to catch the ball because he likes dumping off to his running back. But DK Metcalf gonna have to get open. They're gonna have to lean on the play action pass more. I see A-Rod, if I'm gonna predict A-Rod gonna have about 20, 25 touchdowns, maybe 12 interceptions, and throw for like 3,000 yards. If I had to put a number on it. But if he had George Pickens and DK Metcalf, that could have been a whole different story.
What would be a success for the Steelers this season with the signing of Aaron Rodgers? And we talking, they got to get the Super Bowl. They got to get the Super Bowl. They got to make a AFC Championship, or is it just, as you always like to throw in our face, just get to the playoffs, Mike Tomlin? But they just did that last year, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's all, me, it's all about championships, and I'm pretty sure for the Steelers, it's all about championships. You said for the Steelers, it's all about they want the organizations who win, and the only thing they want to do is win championships. So what would be a success for the Steelers with the signing of Aaron Rodgers?
I feel that the success is they should be able to win a couple of playoff games, maybe go to the AFC Championship, but they will have to at least win one playoff game, at least one, to be successful.
Was this move enough to get them the division? I mean, they're
not winning the division.
They got to, you know, Pittsburgh keep a great defense. They keep a good defense.
They're not winning the division.
And the talk last season was if they had, you know, better quarterback play, which I don't think. Wilson played horrible. I don't think he played horrible at all. But they kept harping, maybe because they wanted to get the big name and Rodgers in there. They needed the quarterback play. If they would have had better quarterback play, they believe the Steelers would have beat, who they lose to the first round, the Ravens?
They lost to, I think they did lose to the Ravens, yeah.
They would have beat the Ravens in another tough AFC North division game, not only just a regular game, but a playoff game. So you say they got to win one game, one playoff game.
They're going to have to win at least one playoff game to be successful.
What was their record last year?
10-7.
So they got to. So do they got to win 10?
With Aaron Rodgers, I think they should be able to win at least at least one more game. They should be at least 11-6. Would that put them in the division talk? We have to see what because you still got Baltimore and you still got Cincinnati, and I think Cincinnati going to be good because of their offense, but they got to work on their defense. Baltimore going to be Baltimore. You know, Lamar is coming back. They just signed Rashad Bateman to a contract extension. They paid him. They're going to talk about the Baltimore Ravens fan now. His right words. But
you will.
But so I think they might. I have to look at their schedule. Because, you know, we got the hardest schedule in the division.
That's some bullshit. Some bullshit.
So I would have to look at their schedule because I think they still play the same people we play, but at different times. But we will see. I think Baltimore will win the division again. Cincinnati might come in second, and Pittsburgh will come in third.
Ooh, you putting us last, huh?
Because I don't know our quarterback situation. Our quarterback situation.
No, I'm just saying because this is very, very, very out the ordinary for you. Because regardless, you know what I'm saying, you're going to always at least put the Browns up there within second and third. You do give it to Baltimore a lot because which is understandable looking at their team. They have probably the best quarterback in our division, Lamar Jackson. You know, some may say Burrow. Some may say Burrow. A lot may say Lamar. But for you to say the Browns will be in fourth, that's you growing up, Kellz? You thinking more realistically and not just the Kellz way? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because I'm man, look, it's been 300 years since we had a quarterback. So I don't know who the quarterback gonna be. If it's Flacco, I don't know if he's gonna sustain for the whole year because I don't know how our offensive line gonna be. I don't know who our left tackle gonna be. Joel Batonio is a little older. Jack Conklin seems like he get hurt the very first game each year and be out for the remainder of the game. So I do not know. Hold on. You the Raven fan. You passed up on them to pick Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
So I do not know. But I like our running game. I like our running backs. I like our tight ends. I like maybe our wide receiver core can be okay. I mean, I like Jerry Jeudy. We got to see what Cedric Tillman going to be. But for me, it got to be our defense got to play well, way better than what they did last year. So we playing better quarterbacks this year. We playing better wide receivers this year. So our corners going to have to, Brian Emerson going to have to come back to how he played 2 years ago. I'm not worried about Denzel. Only thing I worry about him is his concussions. But if he healthy, we cool. The dude that we need.
I know DK Metcalf, like, about motherfucking time. Like, God, no, because If Rodgers ain't signed with them, I know Mecca, man. What the hell is
Oh yeah, he went from Geno Smith to Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
So our defense gonna have to play well. So yeah, they fourth in the division right now.
Wow.
Until notice. Until I know who our quarterback is.
So with the Aaron Rodgers signing, that signing just put them over Cleveland in your eyes?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is better than all four of our quarterbacks.
I agree. Even at this stage,
Even
of his career,
Flacco.
even at this stage of his career and the age, I agree.
Yeah, and they got a power back, because you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna lean on a run most of the year, and they're gonna lean on their defense, which got T.J. Watt, which came back and still got the two bookends rush. The person who do not get no credit is Highsmith on the other side of Pittsburgh. He gets no. He helped. He the one who helped T.J. Watt get where T.J. Watt is, because he can't double T.J. Watt all like that because of Highsmith. So if Myles Garrett had Highsmith, I think Myles Garrett would probably average 22 sacks a year.
Well, hopefully the boy Graham can help out on that on the D line for the Browns with Myles Garrett, and that's what I'm saying, man. I get it. He Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying, but he's not the Aaron Rodgers of old, man. And he's gonna. I think. I don't wish bad on players. I don't wish bad on none of that. But I think even with the great Mike Tomlin being able to put him in good positions to be successful, it's going to be tough in this division with him facing these defenses. Even in the NFC North, I don't think he faced defenses like this that he's about to face in the AFC North.
I know.
And even in the AFC East, when he was with the Jets, Buffalo defense was good.
Damn,
Miami defense started coming along towards the middle end of the season last year, but not like our division, man. The Ravens can get after. We could get after the quarterback.
Right.
And again, depending on what Cincinnati do with Trey, they can get after the quarterback every season. So Aaron Rodgers again, lay your boots up, get ready, dog. At the AFC North, we here.
But back to Cincinnati, they did draft Shamar Stewart.
Yeah,
to rush the passer. So
yeah. Nice draft.
So they shored up their pass rushing. They shored up their defense a little bit. But once again, they still hey, they're gonna score 100 points a game with that offense. Hey, they're gonna give up 101.
Hey, Will, you Tulsa, you need Lamar.
Why you ain't pick him last
season? You need Lamar your fantasy this season. Why you ain't get him last season?
Exactly.
Oh, I know why. Because he went with all them Chiefs players that he drafted in.
And Lions.
Trying to go to them teams, put up the big regular season, regular season. You got to think long term. I don't know how much I got to keep teaching you all that. you got to think long term. Hey, appreciate y'all as usual for tuning in to this Friday's episode of the Antoine Spivey podcast show with your boy Spivey, yours truly, and Kellz the Truth, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for the Pick One Sip One game of the day. Kellz, you did good. Appreciate y'all for the comments. We definitely go. We will see. Okay.
Hey,
you said that all last year, brother.
Hey, whatever pick you get, you better draft them. Because you're going to need them.
Damn, that's crazy. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Antoine Spivey podcast show for more content like y'all receive today, man. We're going to keep bringing that to y'all. And don't forget to keep supporting the Spivey Media Network as well. With that being said, y'all enjoy the weekend. Y'all stay safe. We're going to catch y'all on Monday. Same time, same place. Myself, Kellz. Hopefully we'll have Peacock on the show this Monday. But if not, y'all know we still gonna do what we do. Bring that heat, bring that fire.
Bring the fire.
Y'all stay safe, man. We out of here. Deuces.
Ballin' like the Cavs, we got